welcome to my list of top 5 often overlooked PlayStation 1 games. Every console has its weird titles, games that make you put down the controller and go, huh? The PlayStation 1 was no exception, from Skull Monkeys to Dead Ball Zone, from Cooler World to whatever the heck LSD Dream emulator was trying to be. This unassuming little console has seen some pretty freaky stuff. I don't have a huge collection right now, but I'm always on the lookout for some weird games, especially the ones that were unsung when I was a little girl. So here we are, out of my collection, top 5 weird games that always make me go, huh? Number 5, Tombi 2. Tombi is a cute little caveman type guy. Back in 1998 he first graced our consoles in his namesake debut title, battling evil pigs and doing some really strange stuff like carrying live chicks in his stomach. The second game, which unfortunately is the only one I own right now, takes the original weird and makes it even cuter. Adopting a more 3D style, our pink-haired hero dons cute outfits and jumps, floats and flaps around as he tries to save his girlfriend Tabby. Aww. It's not the weirdest game on the console, not by a long shot, but the fact that Tombi's main attack is to bite monsters and throw them, and store items by nomming them and swallowing them, that makes the character just a little bit odd. Maybe it's because he's a human design rather than a Pac-Man, I don't know. In any case, if you can get hold of either Tombi 1 or Tombi 2, do it. They're really great games, so cute, and the second one is pretty challenging. Number 4, X2. I've noticed X2 doesn't get mentioned that much when people talk about side-scrolling shooters. This acclaimed classic was one of the first side-scrolling shooters I played, and I have to tell you, even as a kid it drove me insane. This is a hard game. It takes no prisoners. Unless you're going to sit down and remember exactly each enemy's attack pattern and where on the screen they're going to appear, you've got no chance of winning. While it's not weird in the way that G Darius is weird with its fascination with fish, X2 presents some of the strangest and most, frankly, suboptimal alien spaceships I've ever seen in a game. This guy is some kind of dragon guitar thing. There's these things shaped like literal hornets, and this boss is kind of phallic. The difficulty is relentless, especially if you've not played the levels before. Even the scenery is out to get you. I mean, look at this bit. I've got these cheesecake things coming from the sky, but I have to dodge these bits or my ship will explode. Meanwhile, I've got bullets flying at me from every angle. Boss battles are pretty straightforward as soon as you get that pattern down, and they are some of the most epic looking spaceships around. Strangely enough, the penultimate boss at the end of the final level is this underwhelming scalloped disc thing with a very predictable shooting pattern. But then when you move to the true final boss, you're met with this massive scorpion thing that blows you to bits in seconds. Again, it's not the weirdest shooter you'll see, but it's quite often overlooked, so I thought I'd give it a mention. Number 3, Jumping Flash. Picture this. You're a robot bunny. You're jumping around adorable 3D worlds gathering carrots. The enemies are so cute you almost feel bad for shooting them. Throw in some challenging gameplay and some seriously kawaii graphics and you have got this 1995 gem, Jumping Flash. Even though it wasn't that well known in the UK around the time of the release, Jumping Flash has earned a lot of fans in recent years due to its weird quirkiness and addictive gameplay. I only got to play a demo version of this because when asked by my mum whether I wanted this or Psygnosis' lackluster Fair Rascal, I chose the latter. Bad times. The storyline is as weird as they come. A typical insane scientist decides he wants to make lots of money and starts taking planets apart to make them into private resorts. Some of the levels have a Wolfenstein feel, which works surprisingly well, and jumping around is so much fun. Look at this guy, he's so cute! I almost don't want to murder him in cold blood. If you've not played with this rabbit before, give him a spin. He's pretty satisfying. Number 2, Bishi Bashi Special. You want a weird game? I'll show you a weird game. How about jettisoning naked men onto giant plates, destroying a conveyor belt of food and smashing all the lead out of a pencil? Bishi Bashi Special has it all, and it's weird as hell. Bishi Bashi 1 and 2 were released as one game in Europe, but both of them are as weird as each other. It kind of plays a little bit like WarioWare with the presentation style of Point Blank, but it's certainly more geared towards multiplayers. The first game makes you feel pretty lonely by only letting you use half of the screen for most of the games, with the arcade style note inviting someone else to play even as you're trying to defeat something. The second one lets you play against a computer player, but it's still much more fun if you can rope someone else into playing with you. So, grab a friend, and you're ready for some pretty competitive gameplay. Shut up, Squish. And finally, my number one weird and overlooked PlayStation 1 game is number 1, Nothing Can Stop Mr. Domino. Did you guess it already? This one has got a little more notoriety in recent years, but at the time it came out, I played the demo and thought, yeah, too weird. It's so odd that even working out how to play it is a bit of a challenge. You play as a domino, and your goal is to proceed to the next level by setting off all the tricks on the board. The board is a kind of small race course, but without the racing. You'll do a few laps before the end, and you need to drop your dominoes where you will be able to set them off the next time you come around. The handling is difficult. Despite the perspective, you just need to press left and right, but it can be pretty delayed because of the grid system the game seems to work on. You really need to plan ahead, and not just a few spaces ahead, we're talking whole laps here. While you're doing this, you've got numerous obstacles trying to make your life a misery. Tiles that send you right back to the start, tiles that slow you down, other domino people trying to mess you up. Look at this guy! What is his agenda? Look at his cute little face! Why is he being such a dick? When you get all the trick tiles, you can progress to the next level. Believe me, it's much harder than it looks. Out of all the PlayStation 1 games I own, this is the weirdest one. Just the concept baffles me. Those dominoes are pretty cute though. Well, that's me done for now. If you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Octavius1, that's with Octavius0121s, because I'm awkward. Please do come and have a chat with me on there, I'm quite talkative. Thank you so much for watching.